My name is Christy Megow, and I've known about Agape Development since it was first founded because I was friends with Amanda Craig.
My name is Grace. I'm going into freshman year, and my favorite thing about working with Agape is the kids.
So my name is Matt Megow, and I'm 12 years old. I'm in 7th grade. So what I do at Agape, on Thursdays, they work on reading, and so I help out with the kids on that day. And it's really fun because we get to help them with their reading, and we really get to see them improve.
So I knew Amanda and Kurt Craig when they were parishioners here at St. John the Divine, and when things just got started. And I know that they were originally missionaries in Bolivia, and when they came back to Houston and they were thinking about what they wanted to do, they were really looking for a place in Houston that was underserved. And when I asked her, what's the difference between an overseas missionary versus one in Houston, the thing that stuck with me is she said in Bolivia, they had history and they had been on the land for generations, but in the OST area, in this predominantly Black neighborhood, they were really lacking roots and they were just kind of floating around. And so I think what they have done for this neighborhood is really created roots, and not just any roots, but roots based in faith and God, and have helped them create an amazing foundation.
So when I first heard about Agape, I thought it was they just made houses for people. It was easier for them to afford places to live. But after working there for half a year, it's more about the community.
I think what I was most surprised by when we first arrived at this backyard Bible club was how well run it was and how cohesive of a group it was. And really, I shouldn't have been surprised because I knew that it was grounded in faith and grounded in this shared belief in Jesus. When you go and you're there after school, they pray at least 3 times together. And, they start the day by playing outside, and then they say a prayer, and then they go inside and they work on some sight words, and then they say a prayer for the meal. And then at the end, before they're dismissed to go home, they say another prayer. And the person who runs it, Grace referred to Miss Renee, she just commands respect from those kids, and they do the same for their teachers. And it was amazing. It's what you hope for in any classroom setting.
Miss Renee, she knows every single one of those kids personally, everything about them, and she's like a mom to all of them. And I wish every school's community was like that, honestly.
At my school, people get left out all the time, but at Agape, everyone was just one big group of friends,
I work with the kindergartners, and I walk in there, and they all run up to me, and they just give me hugs and Miss Grace, Miss Grace, and they want to tell me about what they did at school. They want to tell me about their homework, and it's just awesome because they're just so happy, and I love them so much.
Sometimes I would go and I'd help out after school, and I'd be like, why can't school just be like this?
I had some really formative experiences during my youth group years, and one was we got to go out and serve in the community. And so I always look forward to having an opportunity for my kids to do the same and to see how privileged they are, that they don't want for anything, and to open their eyes that that's not the norm. And so when this opportunity opened up, and it really was a God thing because we were not planning on serving weekly. God just cleared our calendar on Thursdays and said, okay, you can make this work. And so we started showing up, and it was just such an awesome experience. And part of it too is I get to talk to the kids afterwards in the car ride home and hear about the experiences that they've had and hear how this experience is impacting them. And Grace has talked about wanting to work for Agape one day when she's out of college or as an intern. And, it's affecting the way that they're thinking and what they can do with their lives.
It makes me so happy, and I can really feel God in that area, in that whole room with all the other kids, because God truly blessed agape, because those kids, if it weren't for the Backyard Bible Club, I don't think many of them would be succeeding.
I think it's impacted me by like seeing that like I can make a difference even though like I'm not like an adult or anything, you know?